Hi friends. So good evening and good afternoon to all of you. So as in last video we discussed about task flows. Okay. So there we discussed about two types of task flow. One was like a single task flow. Another one was parallel task flow. Okay. So in the last video when we executed our parallel task flow, so this way parallel data flow task has been executed. As we already discussed, like if you had to add another data flow task flow, you can just go and add. So this is the, I can say that, final jobs which is showing that data flow parallel data task flow has been executed now. So in this video we will discuss about sequential task flow. Okay. So for this sequential task flow also, like we will use the same mapping. Okay. So as in last video we created four tables: test 1, test 3, test 2, test 4, and data from test 1 is going to flow into test 3 via m data flow 1, and test 2 to test 4 is flowing via m data flow 2. On top of that, what we have done, we have created one mapping task and another mapping task, two mapping tasks which we have created. Okay. And on top of that, what we have created one parallel data flow task. Now in place of this parallel data flow task, what we will do, we will create one sequential task flow. So okay, so it's very simple. So you have to go to new. Okay. As for task flow, you have to go here. Okay. So what we have till now, what we have discussed, we have discussed single task flow, parallel task. Okay. Now in this video we will discuss about sequential task. Okay, it's very simple thing. So this is our sequential task. Let me click on create button. Okay. As in previous video also, what we have done, we have created mainly four tables. Okay. And all these four tables are present in your Snowflake database as well only. Okay. I haven't used any on premises, so that slowly you can get used to about Snowflake database also. Okay. So these are my source and these two are my target tables now. So if you see here, when I have just click on this create sequencer task flow, whenever I've selected the option, this window will get open. Okay. Now so I will just click on this button, this pen, and after that I will select option of task flow sequential one. I have created some random name. Okay. And after that, if you see here, inside that automatic two data flow task is coming. Okay. So that data flow task 2 will come run after data flow task 1. Okay. Now suppose one thought might come in your mind. Suppose you have to add multiple sequential tasks. What you can do, you can just go drag and drop here multiple. How many number of you want to add sequential, you can go just drag and drop here. Okay. But for the timing, as we are having only two mapping tasks which we are taking here, so we will take only two here. First thing. Second thing, now let me click on this data task. As usual, what we will do, dt. Okay. Sequential 1. Okay. Now dt sequential what, sorry, I haven't saved it. So what I am doing here, dt sequential 1. Okay. Now I will go and click on this data task here, and from here we need to go and select a mtm data flow 1. That's all. Okay. As we have already done in the previous video, this is our task flow. This is my data flow task sequential 1, which is calling this mapping task. From here I will go again, and let me put its name also here, task flow sequential to some name as per my convenience I have given. Oh, it is not coming. Okay. Data task dt sequential 2. Okay. Now I will click on this data task. Okay. I will click on select this option. Okay. So this is done. Now I will go and save, and I will run this mapping. So before running this mapping, I would like to let you some more points here. So if you see here, like data flow task first. Okay. So if you scroll down here, some more option I would like to explore here. So from general tab, we have provided its name. From data task tab, I have provided which mapping task is it is going to call. Okay. So here we have option of error handling. Okay. So by default, this option will come to you. On warning, it will show you option of ignore, and on error, it will show you option of suspend task flow. So suppose in case any error occurs in this task flow. Okay, so in this data task, what will happen? Your next data task will not run. Okay, so to test this purpose, what I am doing right now, I'm just putting ignore here. So if I click on this ignore here, what will happen? In case this fails, then all in spite of failure of this data task, your second task will also run. Okay, or let me how we can implement this thing for the time being. What I am doing right now, I am going to drop table 3. Okay, and in place of I'm just providing varchar 1 only. Okay, so it should get failed. Okay, because table 1 data is getting inserted into table 3, and here if you see here, length of this column is data is more as compared to varchar 1. Okay, so I hope this would get failed. Okay, let us go and execute this thing. Okay, let me save this and let me run this. It is running right now. Okay, if you see here, view subtask, it will show you if you first is going to run, then only it get, once it got completed, your second is going to run. Okay, but as we seen in previous parallel data flow task, two running instances were coming here. Okay, and from here image also, let me show you that image also. I hope if you see here, first is running, so this I can say that yellow icon is in coming here. So once this got completed, this completed, or I can say that executed, your next task should get triggered. Okay, this success is for your start. Okay, if I click on this button, it will show you running. Okay, from here if you click here, if you see it haven't got started yet now. Okay, but as we seen in previous video of parallel data flow task, both were showing as in yellow icon. Okay, let me see if anything happens to it. Oh, it got completed. So have this loaded data into tables or not? Let me see. Data flow task. Oh, it haven't loaded any data, but how, why it got completed? I think we have put option of ignore now. Let me see, this task got completed, but okay, I think we have put option of ignore, that's why it is showing a warning. Okay, in case we have put, let me go to again, let it got completed. Okay, we have put option of ignore, that's why it is showing just a warning to you, and your next task has been triggered. Okay, now let me again go to here. Okay, explore tf sequential 1. Okay, in this time what we will do, we have, as we have selected option of ignore, that's why it is showing warning to you. Okay, in case we would have selected option of failure, so what it would have done, it have just not triggered your next task. Okay, so let me see here, till the time it is loading, table 3 has not been loaded, table 4 has been already loaded. Okay, now, so here what we have done here, data task and error handling. Okay, now I am selecting option of suspend task flow here. Okay, let us see what will happen in this case. Okay, we have done validation here, save, validate this. So we have selected option of suspend task flow, and here it is already suspended, here it is already suspended. Okay, So it is already saved. Explore option here and TF sequential one. Why it is not coming option of running here? Because it's cloud, so sometimes it will show you a little bit slow, but we are in trial version. But if you run this next time, so what will happen, if in case your first task will get failed, so your next task will not get triggered here. Okay, that's all from this video. Now let me tell you one more thing here till the time. So as we discussed about here, uh, sequential task. So if I talk about linear task, so both names are looking similar, but what is the difference between this sequential task and linear task? Okay, so if you see here, in this sequential task we are able to drag and drop other conditions also. If you see here, like we are able to put command task also, if it is required. Okay, we can put here a notification task also. Okay, so different types of other tasks also would can be put it here, different conditions. Okay, but if I talk about linear task, okay, so linear task is just like a template here. Okay, but here we cannot put any other condition. What we can do here, we can just go and add our task here. Let me show you one. If you see here, I am adding here one task. Okay, add task. Okay, data flow task 2 I have added here. Okay, stop on error or whatever it may requirement you can do, but you cannot put any other condition, like you cannot put in the notification task, email task, any other task here in case of linear task flow. Okay, so let me save it here. Okay, and in case I am going to run it here. Okay, you see here we are not able to get any option to it, any notification task or email task. Okay, so it is running right now. It is yet to get executed. So anyhow, data will not get loaded in table 3 because its data type is length is very less as compared to table 1. Okay, so this is the basic difference between linear task and sequential task, and we have discussed about sequential task also. Okay, from this video, and we have discussed about how to make the option as ignore on error, or you have to put error. That's all from this video. Thank you.